Um, Today's video is more aimed at discussing some of the points in Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology. I mean, so this is the way, selfie. So, in this video, some of the assumptions that are used in Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology shall be discussed. And first, let me come to the random number generation and simulation. Random number generation and simulation principles. Some of the principles that have been used in random number generation and simulation technique tool. So with an ancestor, to add some ancestral glory into it, there is a saying that whenever one is in doubt to do something, his first option is to check for a solution, smritis, and on past memories or past experiences. Smriti. That is the way the experience, more experienced people, books. So, from there, if we are doubtful of the solutions that emerge from Smriti, and most of the times they give some solutions. That is some kind of a physics plan. Okay, we discussed about that EQ-IQ plan, and the EQ-IQ video, and it is a kind of an IQ thing. Just go by the structure, principle, findings, solid findings. That is Prati. And when one is doubtful about Smritis, if not doubtful about Smritis, it's better not to follow Shrutis. That is the principle. If one is doubtful about Smritis, it's better to go for next step is Shrutis. Shruti is when we call it is something like a kind of feel-good factor, or people, the sayings around, or some kind of a passion that one feels for something. It's a kind of, when one go, it's more an EQ thing. When you go with the passion, there could be and the passion is amply, and if the passion is there, ample passion is there, probably there could be some miracle. So Bell's theorem might happen. So next step is Shruti. I mean, it's going after the passion. And when one is doubtful about the Shrutis also, I mean, like feel good factors, if one is doubtful about the feel good factors, then comes darshanas. Darshanas meaning some principles, or I mean decision making under uncertainty, random number generation and simulation. It's a darshana. I mean, Nigudha Samkhyam. That it is a kind of, it is a kind of what do you call it? It is something that is to be used when smritis are uncertain, when shrutis are uncertain. Probably it's a height, 11th or some kind of an 11th house height. Like going for darshanas, like random number generation simulation, or some principled postures. You are not sure. Like if there is a, you are not sure about. Principles. You are not. And it's good to feel. It's good to follow principles, but whether there could be some. Most of the times it gives. That is also a, what do you call it? It is also something that life might teach. It could give. It could principles. Sometimes principles can give. Many times principles also can give. Principled postures also can give. A credibility to the decisions. When somebody is, this is a, when in doubt, be patient. Just don't do anything. If you are doubtful about anything, don't do anything. Just wait and see. Till the doubt is clear. It's a kind of principle. Nigudha Samkhyam, just try Nigudha Samkhyam, random number generation and simulation. That is a principle. So that is kind of darshana. So when in doubt, normally better to go with the smritis, with the past experience of oneself, physics plan, IQ plan, and if one is doubtful about that, go with the passions. Shrutis and the height, random number generations in relation to the height. Like principles, Asian, etc. They are the principles. Once reaching the principles, there is a chance, as per Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology, from 11th house, 12th house is still higher. After reaching a point where darshanas, after the height of principles are achieved, then coming down to the passions, to the shrutis, feel good factors, can be a still stronger thing. Like it's like a 12th house thing. And further, when multiple passions fight again, one can use Nigudha Samkhyam principles again to find, to follow which passion. That is the next level. So, this is an assumption. Nigudha Samkhyam or random number generation simulation techniques it's a tool that is to be used when one is doubtful about smritis, and when one is in an uncertain situation where you don't know much about outcomes. And the next BhadraVathi principle that's been used in BhadraVathi meaning I have this. I've told about BhadraVathi. I mean, it's like an old iron thing. Old iron. I mean, scrap iron. BhadraVathi. I mean, that's what BhadraVathi is about. And BhadraVathi, the assumption that that is incorporated in Nigudha Samkhyam is where divided the states of nature, random number generation and simulation technique, since it is based on a decimal system, I mean decimal system of numbering, we have identified about 7 states of nature for a particular decision to go successful. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, so whatever random number is generated, I mean, after adding up about 7 numbers, we generate a number, and then we divide that number with 7, so that there could be and we take the remainder. Remainder can be from 1 to 7, and odd numbers are, while taken as a red signal, something that actions that is to be avoided, and decisions that may go wrong. Odd numbers, why odd numbers are taken, there is no explanation. I mean, it is for convenience that odd number, because when we in 7 there are 4 odd numbers and 3 even numbers. From 1 to 7 there are 4 odd numbers and 3 even numbers. There is a principle in operation research, in an operation research book published by Pearson publication. There is a story of a mouse, chances of mouse to escape from the trap is just 30% or 30 or 33%. Maybe 66% chances are there for the mouse to fall into a trap. So that is the way, the design of things. I mean, it's a BhadraVathi story. I mean, it's a story given in the operational research book. I mean, it's a book on operational research published by Pearson Group of Companies, Pearson publication. So there is a story. So that based on that story, we have formulated the model that we have still reduced it. Even out of even numbers, 2 is a number which is giving an answer equivalent to doubtfulness. I mean, 4 and 6 are green signals to go ahead. 1, 3, 5, 7 are red signals, and the intensity of the red signal increases with increasing number, the increment in the odd number. When like 1 perhaps indicate 60% of about 80%, I mean more than 60, I mean about it's not 1, it's 7 will indicate about 90% failure chance. I mean 80 to 90% failure chance. 5 indicate about 60 to 70% failure chance. I mean, not 60 to 70, 70 to 80 percentage. 80 to 90 percentage is 7. And 70 to 80 percentage failure chance is there for 5. If the state of nature, emerged state of nature is 5, and the assumption is that it can have a failure chance of 70 to 80 percentage. I mean, like that it comes down. So for 1, the chances of failure, I mean, for 3 it is something around 60 to 70 percentage, and for 1, I mean, it's about more than something around 60 percentage failure chance. 60, I mean. And for 2, number 2, it is between 50 and 60 percent. I mean, it is pure mathematics. I mean, like divide 100 by 7 and about how many? 14 into 40, about 14 percentage for each number, or about 13 percentage. 13 into 7 was 7 to 3. I mean, about 13 to 14 percentage for each number is assigned, and even though we are assigned 13 to 14 percentage for each number, as per that BhadraVathi story, I mean, like a story given, I mean, that there is only, even 90 percentage of the, I don't say 90 percentage, about 60 percentage or 70 percentage of the things that we go by, even with passion, that passion don't be that much. Maybe even miracle, or some kind of a success might come only for about less than 30 percentage, less than about 20 to 25 percentage. People might only achieve that miracle. And like the escape, chances of escape of a rat. I mean, that is a purely that assumption, and a percentage assumption is taken on experienced people. Means that is an assumption taken from smritis, like some kind of a smriti, like experienced people telling, or you can tell it as like an mama story, grandmother story. Or it's an it is actually an experience. Many people go after something, and only, few people might achieve. That could be the way the design of the events in the world is arranged. The destination, the chosen destination. It's not that people, other achievements might come in the way, but there could be fringe benefits in any doing anything. Side, there could be some main objective and side objective. There could be main sideline objectives. Here we are discussing about the main objective. So main objective, Nigudha Samkhyam model. It's a model. Its objective is mainly. This is also an assumption. This objective is mainly. It need not be the achievement or non-achievement of the thing that is put forward. Whether it can go for blissfully further on and on. That is the thread. So if somebody is coming coming to me for consultation in Nigudha Samkhyam, you might be having any question, you might be perplexed, you might be having doubts, and you might be going in an uncertainty period where you don't know what to do. So here you might be having a particular issue to be solved. But when you put it into a Nigudha Samkhyam model, with me, I see it as a program for some kind of a blissful fun. So, the answers, it not purely, there could be success with the a major objective also. The major objective, one that put forward, major objective, it's blissful. So, blissful existence to the maximum extent possible. So, the directions coming out will be, not will be, might be. There is also an what you call BhadraVathi assumption that it is also an experience also. From my experience, from my own experience, most of the things that I went with, it need not be the final objective that matter, but final stated, it's not a stated objective, but it is the inner objective, the real objective behind adopting a procedure, like when in the stock market, whether to take call or put. When you check with Nigudha Samkhyam, and go for either call, or put, it's not what do you call taking call or taking put matter. Achievement of an achievement of the objective, like profit. It is not profit that is aimed, mainly whether that has got ample resilience or ample strength to, that decision has got ample strength to continue continue on in the blissful state further, more. That if you calculate what could be a generic model, this is a generic model on Nigudha Samkhyam. There is a specific modeling also. There is another specific model that is also been derived, that has shown 96% accuracy in stock market predictions from 2013 January to 2014 April, something spanning about 16 months or so. It is, that is a specialized model that has got data backing. There is data being generated and recorded, and that is a different model. That is put into freezer now. That is a specialized model in Nigudha Samkhyam. This is a generic model. We are discussing now. The BhadraVathi principles, some of the assumptions that have been taken in that generic model is discussed here with, and I have fused it into a what I call traditional astrological model also, and that is the main basic assumptions. One, the random number generation simulation method is used to assign many more attributes to this generic model. That I shall discuss. That is also coming up next. This in this generic model, the basic assumption, 2 and 4 and 6, not 2, 4 and 6 are the numbers that gives green signal about a positive state of nature, and 2, 1, 3, 5, 7 indicate a negative state of nature, progressive negativity, with a progressive negativity content. When 7, it could be high negativity, state of nature could be highly negative. And for 2, state of nature could be, slightly not that negative. It's a doubtful area. 1, the state negativity could be still more than 2. For 3, It could be. I mean, I'll tell you where the stock market. I will I will just bring in a what do you call it? I should try to bring in a the generic model with an example. I mean, like generally, I mean, what do you think? Okay, it could be the assumption that's been taken. It could be. I mean, since there is a lot of what do you call feel good factors going forward for the stock markets to go up. When with the donation principle, maybe chances are high for the markets to go down on Monday. This is Saturday. And today it is Saturday. 11th, maybe 11th April 2015. So 11th April 2015 Saturday, chances seem high for for Monday for the market to go down. So that is the normal donation assumption with a donation principle. Feel good donation principle. Now we shall have a Nigudha Samkhyam check of that. Like I'm going to use 11 as, 11 is the number that's been given, today's date. So I start with 11. I add 7 numbers altogether with the 11. 11 plus 2. Like 11 plus 2, 13, 13 plus 1, 14, 14 plus 2, 16 plus 1, 17 plus 2, 19. And in order to avoid any kind of programmers, black programmers or unofficial programmers, how much we have reached? 17 or 19? I think it's 17, right? 17 plus the last seventh number is going to be 8926. 8926 plus 17. What is it? 8926 plus 17. That is the last number. 8926 plus 17 is 8926 plus 17. 26 plus 10. 26 plus 10 is 36 plus 7. 43. 89. 43. Now we are going to divide it with 7. 8943 by 7. 8943 by 7 is 8, 1. 19. Remainder is 5. 54. The remainder is 5 again. 53. The remainder is 4. So it is a green signal. So as per a generic model of Nigudha Samkhyam, it's not a specific model. Specific model incorporate 4 more data into it. So as per a generic model of Nigudha Samkhyam, chances are high for the stock market to go down on Monday. So now you people know about about the threats, that's assumptions, those assumptions you said. If it been not 4, had it been 6, the chances could have been still higher for the market to go down. Had it been 7, chances could have been much higher for it to not go down. If it is had been 2, it could have been a dyslexic. I mean, like, it's a doubtful thing. It could have, the answer could have, the state of nature could have been something like dyslexic area. I mean, that's doubtful whether, I mean, going up or down. So, these are some of the basic assumptions used in Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology for any query that you might be putting. Remember, it is a tool used for decision making under uncertainty only. And if you are certain about it, I mean, many of the outcomes, it's better go with the physics plan. I mean, it's wiser to go with Smritis and Sutis. And if you are doubtful about your experience and your feel good factors, passions, then it's better. Then only it's better to go for. It's better to go for Nigudha Samkhyam under uncertainty principles. Under uncertainty for decision making, it's a tool. It's a principle for decision making under uncertainty. And the memory of the mobile phone has come down, and so let me stop my rant here on Nigudha Samkhyam Astrology. Next time I shall come up with some aspects of the fusion experimentation, fusion with that traditional Nigudha Samkhyam, how I mixed it. I tried the mixing of traditional aspects of astrology and for practical, for some practical, to find some practical solutions to many of the problems and people might be facing. That I shall come up in the next video sometime later. Okay, bye bye. Let me sign off, JK. Let me JK sign off for the time being. And okay, bye bye.